If VA called you tomorrow for a reevaluation, would your rating survive? Today, I'm going to show you exactly what permanent and total really means, how protected ratings work at 5, 10, and 20 years, and what to do step by step if VA proposes a reduction. Stick to the end for a 1-minute rate defense checklist you can use same day you get a re-eval notice. I'm Chris Mendham, founder of Operation Veterans Edge. We build evidence-first claims, no BS, no fraud. If this helps, hit subscribe and send it to a battle buddy. It's your claim, it's our mission. All right, for the first myth, P&T doesn't mean untouchable. Here's the truth. Permanent and total, P&T, means VA considers your combined disability total, typically 100%, and permanent and total means that the VA considers your combined disability total, typically 100%, and permanent. No routine future exams are expected because improvement isn't anticipated. P&T often unlocks added benefits and usually means fewer exam requests, but it's not an absolute shield. If there's strong evidence of sustained material improvement or fraud, VA can act. However, the good news here is that there are specific protections that make improper reductions hard. Okay, there are some protection milestones here as well. Memorize these 3 numbers and you'll sleep a little better, especially if you're past the 5-year mark, the 10-year mark, or the 20-year mark. The 5-year stability under 38 CFR section 3.344. If a rating has been in place for 5 years or more, VA needs evidence of sustained material improvement under the ordinary conditions of life and work to reduce it. A single good day exam is not enough. They must weigh the entire record and whether improvement is maintained, not temporary. The 10-year service connection protection under 38 CFR section 3.957. After 10 years, the VA generally cannot sever service connection for that disability except for fraud. They can still adjust the percentage if real improvement is shown, but the link to service is protected. At the 20-year mark, rating protection increases even further under 38 CFR section 3.951B. After 20 years at a given level, if your rating percentage is locked, it cannot be reduced below that level except for fraud. This is the strongest shield. Plain English here, at 5 years, they need sustained improvement. At 10 years, they can't unplug the service connection. And at 20, they can't drop the percentage. Okay, now for the special rules for total ratings and re-exams. If you're total today, this rule matters. Reducing total ratings under 38 CFR section 3.343. To reduce a total rating, the VA must show material improvement on examination and consider whether that improvement is maintained under ordinary life, including work. Improvement that only appears in a controlled setting is not. For re-examinations under 38 CFR section 3.327, the VA orders re-exams when they're indicated to verify current severity, but not for conditions that are static, permanent, or otherwise protected, especially when no changes. Under due process, 38 CFR section 3.105E, before reducing a running benefit, VA must send notice, explain the reasons, give you 60 days to submit evidence, and 30 days to request a hearing. Use that window to your advantage. All right, now if the VA schedules a reevaluation, most veterans lose ground here, not because they're wrong, but because they're unprepared. You need to show up or properly reschedule. No-shows can get you reduced or discontinued. If there's a conflict, call in advance and reschedule. Okay, this one's really important, veterans. You need to continue seeking treatment for your conditions to show legitimacy. That's the way I see it. You need to bring current treatment notes, specialty notes, medication lists, and a short functional impact statement for each condition that you have. If there's no sustained improvement, make sure your records say that in those words, meaning you need to go see your provider. Document ordinary life impact. This means work limits, driving, sleep disruption, frequency or severity of episodes. Use short, focused lay statements from you, a spouse, or a supervisor. Speak the rating schedule's language. We talked about this in a video just recently. Speak the rating schedule's language. In those clinical notes, for migraines, you need to still show prostrating attacks and economic impact. For mental health, you need to show occupational and social impairment descriptors. Get those words into your medical notes to ensure that you have all the proper language. If a reduction is proposed, respond. Use the 60-day evidence window. Go see your provider. Get everything that you need. Request a hearing within 30 days if it helps explain cycles or why a brief uptick isn't sustained improvement. So for P&T versus static versus protected, 3 labels, different protections. P&T, permanent and total. No routine exams expected. This is often tied to 100%. For static, that means not expected to improve. Routine exams generally are not indicated. For protected, time-based, this is the 5, the 10, and the 20-year rules. You can be P&T and protected, or you can be static without P&T. The more boxes you check, the safer you are. Common reduction errors. Okay, if you see these, push back politely with citations. One good exam used to reduce a stabilized rating cites section 3.344. Needs sustained improvement under ordinary life. Improvement only in a controlled setting. Cite 3.343. Must be maintained under ordinary conditions. No proper notice. Evidence window. Cite section 3.105e. Routine re-exam ordered for static P&T with no indication of change. Cite section 3.327. Now for a quick Q&A lightning round. Rapid answers to the most common DMs. Question that I've gotten recently. One question I've seen very recently is, I'm P&T, can the VA still call me in? The answer here is that it's uncommon, but yes, if there's evidence of change. However, routine re-exams aren't expected for P&T. Another question I've gotten recently is, does working hurt my rating? The answer to this, working does not automatically change a scheduler rating. If you're paid under TDIU, employment rules are different. Get guidance before changing your work status. Very important. And another question I've gotten here recently is, my rating is 5+ years old. Can one exam reduce it? The answer to that is not by itself. The VA must show sustained improvement. See section 3.344. Okay. Your rate defense checklist, the takeaway here. Screenshot this in your head. Okay, I'm also going to post it down below so you can get that as well. Know your clock. How long has each rating been in place? 5, 10, 20 matters here. Keep care current. Super important here. Regular notes beat, I've been fine for years. Match the schedule. Get the rating words into your medical records. If noticed for reduction, cite section 3.105e, 3.344, 3.343, and submit evidence within 60 days. Consider a hearing. If you truly improved, great. Ensure it's sustained and reflected accurately. Next up, I'm going to be breaking down community care access standards. That's going to cover the 28-day and the 60-minute rules and how to trigger a referral when scheduling stalls. I have so many veterans that need to hear this. I'm Chris with Operation Veterans Edge. We keep it straight and evidence first. I'm looking forward to talking to you. Reach out soon. The link in my bio has a spot where you can click to get a free discovery call. Subscribe and share this with someone who needs it. It's your claim. It's our mission.